Hey everybody, it's Thursday. Well, am I not at my desk?
This night's so perfect shade of dark blue. Have you ever been alone in a crowded room when I'm here with you? I said the world could be burning down.
So I just got a new digital camera, so I don't have to be at my desk anymore, like sitting in my chair. Right now I am in the area of my room next to my door, as you can see, my Twilight calendar and all that stuff over there. So this week's theme is book recommendations. So basically we are recommending books for everyone to read if you haven't already, and I've been an avid reader since I was a little kid. I taught myself to read when I was 3.5 or something. Okay, so obviously I'm not even going to mention the whole Twilight saga. One book that I really love, and this is a really serious book. Like, most of the books I love are like fantasy and but this book is really really serious. I read it first when I was 13 years old, and since then, I've read it over and over. It's a really short book. It's called Cut. It's by Patricia McCormack. It's about a girl who cuts herself, and her experiences in this hospital-y place. It says on the back a residential treatment facility. Like a group therapy, and she lives there and stuff, and stuff like that. And it's just a really good book, and it's really sad also, especially if you can relate to the kind of stuff that are in it. But it's really good, and I recommend that you read it. So, another book that I adore is The Host. I'm sure a bunch of us have read it. It's by Stephenie Meyer, so obviously, Twilight fans will devour it. It's really good. I got it the day it came out, but I only read 3 chapters, and it's really confusing at the beginning. So I was confused, and then my brother's friend, lost my spot in the book, and I didn't start reading it again until over the summer, where I devoured it in one sitting. Look at this gigantic book. And it's just what the, look at this. It's the cover, and then I put the cover on upside down. I think fail. But it's just amazing. And Team Ian. Another book that recently, in the past couple weeks, I have become so obsessed with is The Hunger Games. This is from my library, as you can tell. It's a really amazing book. It's by Suzanne. And I swear, I started reading this around midnight, and then I literally, even if I forced myself, I could not put it down. It's just so amazing. It's about, takes place in the future, and it's about this girl, her name's Katniss. And here, this is what the inside cover says. Could you survive on your own in the wild with everyone out to make sure you don't live to see the morning? It's amazing. Really, go read it. I swear you will fall in love with it. And I am Team Gale, in case you've read it and are curious. And if you haven't read it, Gale, yes, is a guy, not a girl, okay? But I'm close to a Switzerland. I also really like PETA. But yeah, go read this book. It's amazing. Okay, another book, actually it's another series that I really love is the Maximum Ride series. They've been out for a while. This is the first book. It's autographed. I got it a month before it hit shelves or something like that for free. I have 4 autographed copies, but I gave one to a friend. They're really amazing. They're about this group of kids who are genetically modified to have wings. And the main character is this girl. Her name's Max. Maximum Ride is her full name. And it's just their adventures, all the books. I haven't read the most recent one yet. But I've read all of the other ones. They're really good, and they're really good. They're really amazing. So they're by Patterson. Alright, another couple series. I have the books around here somewhere, but I'm just not going to go searching for them, that I love. They're both by the same author. They're by Scott Westerfeld. The first one is called Uglies. It's a trilogy, but it really has 4 books. They're set place in the future, and they're about, like, this girl. Her name is Tally Youngblood, and, like, just, like, her adventures living in this futuristic society where once you turn, like, 15, you get, like, this operation that turns you into, like, supermodel gorgeous, and, like, it's pretty much her adventures and, like, stuff like that. The first one's called Uglies, the second one's called Pretties, the third one's called Specials, and the fourth one's called Extras. Also by Scott Westerfeld, I really, really love The Midnighters, which are about a group of kids, a group of teens, who, like, they were born exactly at midnight, so, like, not a second before, not a second after, exactly at midnight. They, when the clock strikes midnight in this town that they live in, like, there's an extra hour on the day, and, so they pretty much have an extra hour, and then, like, they have to, like, fight off these things called Darklings. And it's just a really fun series, and it's good. The first is called The Secret Hour. I can't think of the names of the rest of them, but the first one is called The Secret Hour, so if you want to go get it, that's what it's called. And also, another book that I don't have because it hasn't come out, because it doesn't come out until September 9th, is Bran Hambric, The Farfield Curse. And I've read 4 chapters of it online. The author is Kaleb Nation, and I'm a gigantic Nation fan. I am, like, Nation all the way. I love the Nations. It's cool. It's awesome. Comes out in September. I will link to the link where you can get the first 4 chapters for free online. It's, like, off of one of Kaleb's sites. He has 1 million sites. But I'm really excited to go read that and, like, for it to come out and stuff like that. What other books do I love? That's all I can think of right now. So, if I think of any other books that I adore, I will put them in the sidebar. I'm not sure which way it is. That way. Put it in the sidebar. I'm a retard? Okay. So this week is a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday challenge week. And my challenge is that you have to, like, at, like, your educational facility or even somewhere else, if, you know, there's the opportunity, to, like, write on, like, the whiteboard or the blackboard or the chalkboard or whatever you want to call it, the URL, or if you can't do that, like, maybe you can write it on a desk, or if you can't do that, if you can, like, put up, like, a sign in the school, like, just, like, a piece of paper that has the URL on it and, like, stuff like that, or, like, somehow put the name of the, thing in a public place. If you can't film, like, I get that you might not be able to film it during, you're doing this during school or whatever, but, like, if you could at least, like, take a picture, like, if you can, just do something along those lines, like, you get what I'm saying? Just, like, get the word out there. Okay, so I'm gonna see who gets this challenge. So to choose everyone's names, I wrote everyone's names on these little pieces of cardboard, you see. And I'm gonna put them in this bag, which actually has stuff in it, but I don't care. And I'm gonna shake it all up, and whoever's name I find and pull out first will get it. And let's try and find a name, not an earring. Leah, this challenge goes out to you. So I'm looking forward to see it. So just, like, advertise us, like I said, was at your school or at the supermarket or at your library or at your borders or wherever. Just advertise us, like, in a fun way. So Louise, I'll see you tomorrow, and everyone else, I'll see you next Thursday.